Have you ever wondered what lies beneath the surface of our world? Not the magma or tectonic plates, but something far older, far stranger, the underworld. A mysterious realm whispered about in myths, feared in ancient rituals, and still deeply embedded in our subconscious minds. Today, we're diving deep into this enigmatic dimension to uncover its meaning, symbolism, and connection to our spiritual journey. This isn't just mythology, it's a window into the structure of reality itself. So, let's go beyond the veil. The underworld is often portrayed as the realm of the dead. But it's not just a place where souls go after death, it's also a symbolic space where transformation, initiation, and deep truth reside. In ancient cultures, from Egypt to Greece, Mesopotamia to the Maya, the underworld was a sacred zone. It was feared, respected, and sometimes even revered. It represented the unknown. And within that darkness, the potential for rebirth. Don't mistake the underworld for hell. In fact, the underworld and hell have nothing in common. It's not a realm ruled by the devil, nor is it a fiery abyss burning with eternal divine wrath. There is no devil. There is no hell. A loving and intelligent creator would never design such a place, let alone banish any of its children to it. The underworld is a creation of the divine, a kind of mirrored reflection of the spirit world above, often called the other side. Both realms consist of 7 distinct levels. On the other side, these levels rise upward, with the 7th being the most spiritually advanced. In the underworld, also known as the 7 lower planes of creation, the structure is reversed. The most advanced entities reside in the first level, and from there, the vibrational integrity decreases downward. In the first level of the underworld live the beings we often refer to as the little folk, yes, those same fairies, gnomes, sprites, and even unicorns we grew up hearing about in bedtime stories. Some swear they've seen them, others dismiss them as legends or fairy tales. But they are real, and they dwell in this level of reality. These beautiful and delicate beings are governed by the fairy queen, Lilith. She is elegant, ancient, and wise beyond human understanding. The beings of the first level live for hundreds of years. They do reproduce, but they don't reincarnate, just like animals, whose spirits are created whole and do not require a karmic journey for soul refinement. This first level shares the same frequency as Earth. That's why people occasionally do see them. It's not just wild imagination or folklore. Because they operate on the same vibrational field as we do, they're easier to perceive than spirits from the other side, who must adjust their frequency to communicate with us. These beings are not evil, neither in their world nor in ours. They mean no harm and cause no mischief. Now, the second level is unsettling. Not evil, but loud. Imagine 1,000 radios blaring different stations at full volume, all at once. That's the best way to describe it. Why? Because it is the audio archive of the underworld. Every unfinished, unresolved, impulsive thought humans have ever had, but never acted upon, ends up here. Thoughts carry energy, and energy cannot be destroyed, it must go somewhere. Not every thought belongs in the Akashic records. So, the unworthy, chaotic mental leftovers of humanity get funneled into this level. Screams, cries, babble, nonsensical laughter, curses, sobs, and madness, in every language ever spoken. Some might even say Dante had this place in mind when he wrote of Inferno. Describing levels 3 through 7 is difficult. Even after years of research, no comprehensive view exists. But we do know this: the lower 5 levels are filled with monsters, grotesque energies, and constructs born from human fear and imagination. These beings exist only because we created them, like tulpa, formed through obsessive collective belief. Here's the most important truth: these dark beings cannot appear on Earth. You'll never encounter them in physical reality, and they cannot harm you. However, they can show up in nightmares. Why? Because we sometimes visit them unknowingly, when our curiosity crosses the line. But even in dreams, they have no real power. They are not hunting us, we're reaching into their domain. If you're having recurring nightmares that feel like a descent into the lower underworld, Lilith is your second call. The first is always to God. She doesn't seek worship, but she does respond to a heartfelt request. As the guardian of the first level, she can seal the gates to the lower ones. Just ask her to weave the golden thread across the doorway to the fairy realm, and she'll do it gladly. The journey to the underworld is a recurring theme in countless myths: Orpheus descending to save Eurydice, Inanna facing her shadow self, even Jesus descending for 3 days. These aren't just stories, they're blueprints for spiritual awakening. On a metaphysical level, the underworld mirrors the subconscious. It's where our fears, traumas, karmic patterns, and hidden truths live. To ignore it is to stay asleep. To face it is to awaken. Through meditation, dreams, shadow work, or even mystical experiences, we can access this realm. And when we do, we don't just see darkness, we find the seeds of personal evolution. Every underworld has guardians, gatekeepers like Anubis, Hades, or mythic rivers like Styx. These figures aren't just dramatic, they represent thresholds, choices, tests of character. These myths challenge us to look inward and ask, what are we afraid to let go of? What lies have we accepted as truth? Only by answering can we move forward. Perhaps the greatest secret of the underworld is this: it's not the end. It's the womb of transformation. Those who descend and return are never the same. They are reborn, with wisdom, power, and peace. This idea is central to many spiritual traditions: the death of the ego, the dark night of the soul, and the hero's descent. Each journey through the underworld leads to renewal. The underworld isn't a place to fear. It's a realm to understand. It reflects the echoes of our collective thoughts, emotions, and myths. And by acknowledging it, not denying or demonizing it, we reclaim the power to live more consciously, more peacefully, and more fully. If this journey through the underworld sparks something inside you, curiosity, wonder, maybe even a bit of fear, don't let it fade. Explore it, journal your dreams, reflect on your inner shadows. And if you want to learn more about the metaphysical truths hidden behind ancient myths, make sure to subscribe. Smash that like button, leave a comment about your own spiritual experiences, and share this video with someone who's not afraid to look deeper.